business, so I was sitting next to you.
All right, it's recording, just so you know.
It was official.
It was, as a fan, it was official.
It was official. Let me open the Harwich Affordable Trust meeting for May 7th, 2025. And we have a quorum. We'll ask for, is anyone with public comment? We have, Bob, thanks for coming. You have public comment?
No, thank you.
You disappoint me, but you know, you are. So our agenda item tonight is old business. And what I'd like to do is discuss and possibly vote on 456 Queen Anne Road, Penrose. We need to vote on the land disposition agreement. We're not, we don't vote on the ground lease because that's part of the, that's included in the land disposition agreement.
Okay.
Because originally I had that as a separate, and Katie reminded me that's not a, we do one.
Okay.
Great.
And so I'd open it up for discussion. We've obviously, it's no secret, we've discussed this several times in executive session, and have voted to move ahead on that, but this is the same point. And what we agreed to after a lot of discussion was to finalize the documents that have been prepared by Penrose Legal and Harwich Town Legal, KP Law. And so there we are. If there's no discussion, I certainly accept a motion to approve the, to sign the documents.
I have no question.
No.
So maybe.
Yeah,
You want to do it? Go ahead.
You go ahead.
Oh, I don't know.
Well, it's just,
Oh, you want to open it?
no, I don't. Just, it's very,
Okay, motion to approve the land disposition agreement for 456 Queen Anne Road.
great. That's prepared by our,
Yeah, as prepared by
our
town
legal,
legal,
our
and
town,
Penrose Legal.
correct.
Second.
Okay, second. Any further discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Boy, what a relief.
Woohoo!
We've been,
Bob,
we
can
started,
we have a clap from
Yeah.
the audience?
Somebody from the
Just
outside.
Thank
Yay! Oh, thanks.
That was excellent.
what I brought is, I brought 2 copies to sign, just in cautionary in case I spill coffee on one. I want, because we sign it and then it'll go to Penrose for their signatures. And so I'll pass those around and you can sign them. And you'll note, Bob, to yours concern, this is carefully worded as being, we're signing as trust, not as individuals,
As
Correct.
trustees, right?
Yeah.
as trustees. And to remind everyone, we do have scheduled a week from tonight, a week from this afternoon, starting at 3:30, presentation by Penrose,
3:30.
and they're going to, what the intent Penrose will do will be to review their proposal. They'll spend some time on just reviewing what their concept plan is, because I think that'll be good to get out in more public, and this will be televised. And I've asked them to also discuss the process, what the process is for them. You know, we know, but not everyone does. It has to go to ZBA for council, and an estimate of what the timeline. And that's probably, we need to be sure to underline the estimate, because we know that, I'm hoping they have a very, my opinion is, I'm hoping they have a very firm guideline to go to ZBA and do that first step. But we all know, once it goes to the state for their, just, you know, you throw it down a black hole, and we're not sure when it comes back, so, you know. But in any case, I have some to do an estimate. And so we'll have Charles Adams, who's their, he's recently told me recently promoted to, like, he's the head of their development team or something. But he'll also bring staff with him to talk about these items. So that'll be our chance to ask questions. and we'll go from there.
Should we, to prepare, should I be looking at the original proposal? Remember we got that big book? Or they're just gonna come and present and there's nothing?
I would think they'd to come and present it.
Okay, so, all right.
Review it, yeah.
There's gonna be some on the screen. too.
Yep.
Oh, good,
They-
okay.
They've asked me to be sure that they can use the screen, and
Okay,
I've done my usual of bailing out quickly and contacting Caleb to be sure he's going to be here to.
Yeah,
And the big room's not available, right? You said?
There's- No, I made a tactical error. We had it, and I didn't realize this is going to coincide, and the water department is having a big hearing
okay.
the same time frame, and so Noreen contacted me and asked if I could trade. And so it is what it is.
Mhm.
I thought about moving it to the community center, but this will be one of many public starts, and
What if we
I-
had too
I
many
don't-
people?
I'm not real fond of the community center for presentations because I find myself the layout to be terrible. The screen's so far back
It's hard, yeah.
that unless you're really lucky, you can't read anything there. So, and I think, I don't expect a big crowd for this. This will be the initial one. And that'll be part of what they have to do. Part of their program will be a lot of public discussion.
Mhm.
okay. Yeah, that'll be good to see how that's laid out.
Yeah, but that's the thing we need to know as part of their process, what they're,
Right.
you know, as I recall, their proposal had a listing, a commitment to public outreach
Yeah.
throughout the process.
So one thing though we should ask, and maybe Katie
Yeah.
can help us, is, you know, if we're having it here and we do have too many people, do we have to continue it?
Yeah, 'cause we won't be able, people
To-
cannot be in the hallway.
Right, we have to be able to accommodate it.
Should we move it to the community center?
Well, we,
Be on the safe side?
Just in case, I'm just throwing that out there, just in
Yeah.
case, because I know that was a concern with the ZBA meeting, you know.
they're too busy.
Well, they weren't prepared to have it at community center or the 204 at the time. Jamie couldn't accommodate live stream. Maybe I know she's working on doing that because that is going to be needed moving forward. So maybe check in with Joe and just see where he's at with that.
Can they, as community center, they can live stream it there? Well, obviously they can.
We did live stream water, actually the Great Sand Lakes, I believe that was live streamed. I don't think that was recorded, and that was, I think so, it was like in October. But, I mean, it took some taking, so I just can't remember.
Caleb is here when we move.
Yeah, ask him that, see if he can check what is available.
Yeah, because otherwise, just in case, and maybe there won't be a lot yet, I don't know, you know?
Well, it's available maybe, and they can set it up for that.
Yeah, or maybe,
I'll live with it.
I mean, if you can have enough room to accommodate the people who are there, you could also have, if it's taped.
Right, and then we have people who can call,
Yeah.
can join us by Zooms or go to.
Well,
the
that's
meeting.
the problem, so that's what we need to know, that they have that capability.
Yeah, I don't know if they have that there.
Yeah, I'm pretty.
If they don't, then we need to keep it here.
Right,
And take our
and
chances.
you take your chance, right, exactly.
Do they have like an overflow room here? Like if it's too busy, they could watch from like the
This is
conference
usually the
room?
overflow room.
This is the
It's
overflow.
usually the Griffin room, and this is the overflow
Oh.
room. Yeah,
Okay.
so, I don't know, but, if I remember, I'll follow up too with Joe tomorrow too. I can ask him
Okay.
where are we with that?
Okay, I'll hold off posting then for,
Because, I mean, you
Need
don't go back
both
to
by the end
ZBA
of
till
the-
June or
Not
something,
to
right?
June,
Yeah,
And that's what we're
at the 204, right, yeah.
It needs to be posted tomorrow.
Posted on Monday morning since we've got 48 hours.
yeah. Well, but I know,
Like,
where's
really?
where's the select board now? One time we were trying to get everyone to post by the end of Thursday before the.
Yeah, I
next-
feel like when I
Yeah, I
was
think
there,
it's
it
really
was
by the
maybe
end of
Thursday.
Friday,
Yeah.
I would say, for this, because we're one day more than the select
Yeah,
board.
okay.
Yeah, well, 2 days, so.
I know one time we
guess
did that, even though it's 48 hours, it was like,
Just in case we had anything that had to be revised,
yeah.
but,
Is Caleb there?
So Caleb said, check with Jamie, but he knows we probably cannot live stream there, and to record, he has to make sure staff is available to be there for that.
We'll
okay,
keep it
So either
here.
way, you're calling Jamie. Okay.
yeah.
Well, they can't live stream it, then we're in.
Say again?
There's someone who's.
Mary Anderson.
Oh, Mary. Hi, Mary. You gonna show yourself?
Maybe she's just logging on.
I'm sure it tells us how many people are allowed in here in case it's a lot.
There, yeah, there isn't breakdown, but.
So you're saying if we can't fit everyone, then it has to be continuance?
If we have a crowd, you have to continue it.
Yeah, so we don't.
That's
we don't
my
want-
understanding. And Pine Oaks is going back to ZBA in June, so I know they're preparing for that. So I would talk to Joe, because
Yeah, I'll follow up tomorrow. You're gonna see Joe tomorrow?
I'll call him.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll put him on
And
the
this
phone right
room
now.
holds 56 people, is that right?
Yeah, so.
And I thought I would, I wanna turn this table around.
You
so-
gotta really.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying we
maneuver.
would, but that's.
No, right, but that's what it's
If people really
supposedly.
wanna do, then they can.
But we can add more, I wanna turn
You
this,
gotta get the
I wanna
chairs.
turn this table around
Yeah.
and have us all sit on this side, because
Well, yeah.
that makes it better for the, I think for the
the
for
seating,
Penrose and
right.
stuff, yeah. Then we could add more chairs here, so.
Right.
Yeah, and the public forum that was recently held at 204 for Sunday school, Bob, you were there, there was at least 90, 100 people there, more.
Oh, in the auditorium?
Oh.
Yeah, it might have been 120.
Oh, yeah, no, that can.
Yeah,
So
it
did
was
they
200.
live stream that though? Then-
No, it was
Oh, it
just,
was
no,
taped.
they didn't, I don't know if it was taped either, I think it was just, it was a private.
Like
It
information.
wasn't a public forum, it was
Oh,
just
okay.
informational.
Do I have to do anything?
But like I said, you could have 120 people show up.
Do
Yeah.
we have to start something here, do you know?
No, I don't think so. She's in. Mary, you might be muted because we can't hear you or see you. If you can hear
Looks
us.
like, yeah, she should be in on this
Yeah,
one.
I'll text her. hold
No,
on.
she just sent me a text.
Oh, she did? Okay.
1 to 2 10, can't find the microphone.
Oh.
She says hello.
Oh, she can't find your microphone.
Hi, Mary.
I didn't work here.
All right, I'm gonna put in my calendar to call Joe. That's how bad I am.
Okay, so we'll wait, Julie, you can get back to me and see what their capabilities are. If
I will.
not, we'll do it here. I think we'll be okay here, actually.
We may be, yeah.
Let's hold off sending out any invitations until we know.
Yeah.
Because if
I played,
it's gonna be here,
I,
it's better to not send out invitations.
yeah. There's that too.
Invitations?
Well, I was saying I'd send out something to the Housing Committee
Oh.
And CPC.
and CPC,
Oh, okay.
because those are the ones that, in this case, the Housing Committee will probably be Liz, and I'm not sure anyone will come from, well, Bob, you're CPC as well, right?
Yeah, just till the end of May.
Okay, so, but otherwise, I'm not sure they'll,
No, they'll show up, members will show up.
okay. But, well, they've been big supporters, so I want to be sure.
Yeah, to acknowledge them.
Yeah,
Well, let's see what Jamie says.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because if Penrose is coming, we finally have a date, we wouldn't want to put that off if possible.
no, because it's taken some organization.
Exactly, yeah,
Within
so.
Penrose to get their people here,
Right, no, exactly.
Yeah, we
So
don't wanna
whatever
start.
we need to do to make sure it happens.
because, yeah, they're bringing people in from off Cape and getting it,
That would be embarrassing.
so we can't, yeah.
I think we played safe, bigger room. So big.
Yeah. Definitely.
Okay, is there any, I think we've covered it. Do you have Mary, anyone talking to Mary on the phone?
I
Yeah.
don't-
She's good.
Bob?
May I ask a question?
Sure.
Yeah.
We're
Will
still,
Penrose to have to do that certificate of eligibility first?
they need to do that, yes.
Yeah, same
If
process.
you're getting
Same-
state,
same-
you're getting state tax credits, you have to do it that way.
Have to, yeah, that'll be their, exactly. This will start that, so that's part of the process they have to do, yeah. Yeah, you know better than we do, Bob, because you've all done it.
I didn't know if there was a special arrangement for this because of the funding. If the funding's different, you can do different things.
Yeah, no, my understanding is they'll do that, and they'll go to the
Well,
whole.
it's a comprehensive permit, so that is the process. I don't think-
Yeah.
But that's a good question, because that's one of the things I asked them to do, is go through that process, so we all understand. And then, I think on the agenda, I said, when I talked to Charlie, I wanted them to talk about their responsibilities, and then talk about our responsibilities going forward. I think so I'm hoping it'll be a good discussion. But you're right, It'll be mainly internal, because a lot of these discussions, I don't expect we'll have time or want to have a lot of public discussion at this point, because it's just trying to lay out the framework.
Right, so you might just, like Bob's saying, just post,
Just post
just
them.
leave it at that,
Yeah.
you know?
And Bob, you can relay to CPC that,
What's that?
you can let your friends at CPC know what we're meeting. Okay. Anything else? Thank you, Bob. We got public questions, so that's
Yeah,
good.
that was good.
If not,
Motion to adjourn?
thank you. Second?
Yeah.
All in favor?
Aye.
Thanks
Thank
again.
you.
I feel like we should go celebrate, but.
I know,
I know,
right?
right?